Hey yo, what is groovy? What is good? It's your boy Papa Capes, and we are back with yet another Raid Shadow Legends video. Thank you so much to Raid for sponsoring this video and for hooking us up with our own download link that you guys can find in the description down below. Using that link directly supports me and directly supports the channel. If you choose to start with that link, you'll be greeted by Tholan Falbeard right off the bat, and as you progress just a little bit, you'll then meet the likes of Ugo, Tagore, and Mausoleum Mage. And right now you can use code SUPERVICTORY for Pelops the Victor or code WRATH for Padraig. And right now you can secure a triple legendary start. Yes, you heard me right. You can get a third legendary simply by logging into the game for 7 days. And on the 7th day, you will be greeted by Dorothy, a new Banner Lord champion of Spirit Affinity right there. That is part of the Echoes of Oz event. So let me repeat, that is a triple legendary start with 3 absolutely amazing epic champions. No better time to start Raid than right now. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, so on the note of new champions, on the note of the Echoes of Oz event, there is currently a fusion going, and I was in two minds about this fusion. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to go for it, but we have the Cowardly Lion, and he looks absolutely fantastic. To briefly go through his kit, his I1 Leonine Pounce attacks one enemy 3 times. The damage inflicted by the skill increases by 10% for each skill successfully activated by allies and enemies under fear or true fear debuffs. It stacks up to 100%. Each hit steals 5% of the target's turn meter. The A2 Primal Roar AoE attack, but before attacking, places a 60% increased defense buff and a fervor buff on all allies for 2 turns. Will ignore 20% of each target's defense. Then has a 75% chance of placing a true fear debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, and that is bookable to 100%. The A3 Strength in the Pack places a counter attack buff and a 30% reflect damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. The passive effect: while under these buffs from this champion, allies will ignore shield and strengthened buffs when counter-attacking. Allies will also ignore shield buffs when reflecting damage. And then it's got a passive here. The active effect: whenever a fear or true fear is placed on this champion, removes all debuffs from this champion, resets all cooldowns, and activates an instant turn effect on this champion. The passive effect: whenever this champion is under fear or true fear debuffs, their skills will always activate. Increases the chance of enemy skills not activating when they are under fear or true fear debuffs by 15%. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. The skill will not activate on duplicate copies of this champion if this particular champion is dead. So yes, he looks good. His kit looks absolutely solid. Off the bat, I can think about where I could use him on my account. So I definitely think that he could be a benefit and an asset to my account. But most importantly for me, and this is why it's taken me so long to make this video. Previously, when I first got wind of the fusion, I wasn't sure about the token. But you can secure a fusion token by doing this event and fusing the Cowardly Lion. And that on my account would take me to 3 fusion tokens, which then means that the next fusion, I could potentially be swapping out a champion. If the next fusion isn't something that I desperately need on my account, we could potentially be going for a Newt, a Wixwell, a Titus. You never know. But that is why I'm so excited to potentially try and go for this fusion. But if we're being honest, anxiety and nerves, you guys know the vibes. I'm not going to go over it. I never know. Even maybe I do know in the back of my mind. Subconsciously, I might know exactly what I need, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it, but we're going to try. We're going to try and do it. Obviously, it is a mixed fusion where you need to get 4 of these Void Epic Champions right here. Antigone, Manslayer, and yeah, let's look at the planner real quick. So as we take a look at the planner here, let me just take away my camera so that we can see exactly how many frags are available in total. In total, from tournaments, 200 frags will be available. Extra frags is 100 that will be available. And from events, 200 available. That means that a total of 500 frags will be available. That said, of course, you only need to secure 400 frags to complete this fusion. That is 100 frags per champion. 4 of these champions then fuse into the Cowardly Lion. So let's take a look at where we're at today. Today's Friday the 21st. We have already successfully secured the 25 frags from the Dragon Tournament. We have also secured the 25 frags from the Gear Enhancement event. We are yet to complete the Gear Hunters event, which will put us on 75 frags. This one right here, we will finish this probably by the start of the Fire Knight tournament or just farming the event dungeon, which will then be not a problem at all. Champion training event, not a problem at all. We've been stocking up on books. We've been stocking up on energy, so we'll see how that goes. Fire Knight tournament is just going to be energy. Classic Arena is always easy. The main thing that I'm kind of confused about is I can see here, there are 75 frags available for this event right here. Champion Chase Tournament. And currently there's also a 2 times boosted rates on Sacred Shards. So my theory is, can I potentially secure the second set of frags to get 50 from the Champion Chase and then maybe skip a Summon Rush entirely? So that then gives me more time to save shards for the next fusion. That's the mindset that I'm currently in. A couple of people have been mentioning that in the Discord, and it just makes sense to me if I can secure the second 25 frags in that event. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Fire Knight tournament is energy, we should be fine. Classic Arena is always not an issue right there. Champion training, books, energy, and just ranking up champions. I have started collecting my fodder, my food, etc. Gear enhancement will just be silver, but if I have to, I'd probably farm some 12-3 with some food champions just to automatically sell those shields and build up my silver once again for the gear enhancement event. I'd also set Fire Knight up in such a way that I only keep specific gear, so we'll be making silver from doing the Fire Knight tournament, and we'll also potentially farm the event dungeon based on how much energy I have, which we'll take a look at in a bit. Ice Column again, energy right there, we should be okay. Second gear enhancement will just be silver, and then another gear hunters that goes with some of the Fire Knight right there. That's a skew line, but you get the idea. You could potentially double dip with the start of the Gear Hunters event and the end of the Fire Knight tournament, but then the beginning, the first half of the Ice Column tournament will be at the latter half of the Gear Hunters event. Then we've got yet another champion training tournament. So this is the event that I want to skip. I want to skip this event so that I can start saving shards for the next event. I know that sacred shards are worth more in a summon rush as opposed to a champion chase, but I'll see how I feel. We might just try and secure as many frags as we can from the champion chase. One of the members of the community also mentioned that he likes front-loading these fusions to get things done, and I kind of agree with that. Instead of stressing to make things happen towards the end of the fusion, get as much done as possible as early as possible, just for my own mental, you know what I'm saying? So then we go back onto the yellow, another gear enhancement, which is just silver, and another gear hunters that you can do in conjunction with Spider right there, and then classic arena is easy. So our aim is to skip the summon rush. How many frags are we on in a perfect world? In a perfect world, we'll be on 25 plus 50 from the champion chase, which is 75, plus 25 from the Fire Knight, which is 100. Okay, so we could even do it in such a way that we secure the Gear Hunters frags over here to get more points towards the champion chase, and maybe even push towards the latter by fusing the first Void Epic, which will be an additional 350 points, right? 25 from the Dragon, 50 from the champion chase, that is 75. Fire Knight will be at 25, that's 100. Classic Arena 125, Ice Golem 150, Champ Training 175. Classic Arena number 2, 200, Spider 225. So from all of the tournaments, we're going to go for 225 frags. Then we go down to the Gear Enhancement, another 25, that's 250, which is already done. Gear Hunters that is almost done will be 275. Champ Training will be 300. Gear Enhancement, the second one, 325. Gear Hunters, the second one, 350. Skip Summon Rush, Gear Enhancement number 3, 375. Gear Hunters number 3, 400 frags. In theory, it all sounds cool, but there's no guarantee that it's going to work out exactly like this, right? And that's the part that always makes me a bit weird. So I guess let's check at the resources we have at our disposal on our account. So if we take a look at the resources that we've got 5,000 energy right there. And again, I'm at a place where I can confidently make anywhere between 800 and 1,500 energy a day by simply doing content. Then in our mailbox, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 refills waiting in our mailbox, and we've got 2,500 gems that we can use to pump more energy if we need more energy. So I'm not really too concerned about the energy. Obviously, we're limited. Doom Tower Hard is now finished, so we can't get more energy on there. But in normal Doom Tower, we can get energy over here, energy over there, energy over there. So we can still secure energy. I'm not exactly sure how much energy this is per stage. Can I see the rewards? I don't think so. If there's a way to see the rewards prior to doing it, please let me know down in the comments below. But so we are now on Doom Tower normal because we finished Doom Tower hard right there. If you guys saw my post that I put up there, and you'll know that we finished it, which is really cool. Fantastic avatar. And then Curse City, we've been struggling a bit, but there's still some energy and stuff inside here that we can use if needed. And we've also recently finished Grim Forest on hard, so there's not really going to be much energy around in here. But in normal, we haven't even touched it. So we could start pushing through normal to look for content that will provide us with energy if need be, just to maximize the amount of energy we can generate during this event so that we can do it properly. All right, so that is how we're looking at energy. Obviously, I've done the gear enhancement event. That's why the silver is low. Let's actually go and pop in here real quick. Gear hunters, we are currently 2.5 away from getting the 25 frags that we need. Gear enhancement is done right there. And then we look at the dragon tournament that is also done. Fully done. We even secured the epic book for the champ training, so that's cool. Currently, the champ chase is live. I've got about 2,800 points already waiting in fragment summons, which means that I need to generate 700 points somewhere from content. I do have another remnant summon, which is minimum 350 points, right? For a void epic. Am I correct in saying that? A void epic is 350 points. And then we've got sacred shards that is on a 2x rate, which means that if we pull one legendary, will be 500 points. And that will then give us exactly what we need to get that second batch of frags. So if we're looking at champ training specifically, what do we have? We've got 12 epic books, 7 legendary books, no mythical books right now. And then we will be farming with a bunch of food. As you can see, I've been prepping some fodder slowly but surely, but consistently. And then we can take a look at that. Do I have any Broadmoor fusions available? I do not have any Broadmoor fusions available. Do I have any relic keepers available? I do not. But like I said, we do have a remnant summon. And if we look at frags, we've got Kamir, we've got Quintus, we've got Thea, we've got Yannicka, we've got Cleopteryx, and we've got Skion. The previous siege, we did win, but we did not take down the stronghold. Therefore, we are still 5 frags short of Lamasu. But I think that it's a good approach to take to open these 4 sacred shards. Unless we get a legendary on the first one, then I don't have to. Then I can keep 3 shards and skip the summon rush and start saving for the next fusion. I guess that's the best thing to do. That's exactly what I intend on doing. So you guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about my plan? Is my plan, does it make sense? Is it going to work? Do we have enough resources to actually successfully complete this and secure our 3rd fusion token? You know the vibes. Meeting you guys in the comments is the best part of doing all of this for me, because conversing with you, debating with you, and just being a part of your journey through what you share with me makes me truly happy. So please meet me in the comments after this video goes live and let's have a conversation. If you're going for this fusion, good luck to you. I hope that you successfully complete it and secure the token and have absolute fun with the Cowardly Lion during the Echoes of Oz event. But until the next one, thank you so much to Raid for sponsoring this video and for hooking us up with our own download link that you guys can find in the description down below. Using that link directly supports me and directly supports the channel. Happiness is a choice, kindness is free. Leave your mark, yo. Peace out.